Embrace the truth when you are ready. This finding is startling. The past day has shown that everyone was mistaken. We are dealing with a whole new cycle here. This is the biggest Shiba Inu whale ever recorded. It turned out that the Shiba Inu development team's urgent message was a fabrication. A snare that caught everyone off guard. At last, the days we've been waiting for have arrived. Never before has the crypto market been this wild. Therefore, what is really taking place? You are about to be enlightened by a tremendous finding. My emotions are beyond words. I don't understand. Okay, I'll try to clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. What continues to astound us is the Shiba Inu pricing chart. To start things off, there was a huge price spike that everyone was talking about. Then, much to everyone's amazement, we saw a significant crash almost immediately. And now for the last day, there has been no discernible direction from the price as it has been going laterally. Almost every possible price change has occurred in only 4 days. A little break after some ups and downs, intriguing to observe. Anger and sadness are palpable in the Shiba Inu subculture. Everybody's talking about it, trying to predict what will happen next by responding to each swing. Lucy, a Shiba Inu team member, stepped in to fill us in on the market situation. Unless you're dreaming, you won't see a chart going straight up, she said on Twitter. They seem to be playing us for fools with their constant up and down pattern. Totally expected, isn't it? Everyone was getting in on the action, including the official Shiba Inu Twitter account, which posted a picture encouraging people to hang on to their cash. It seems the Shiba Inu crew is trying to get everyone's attention by saying these wildly fluctuating prices are par for the course. By assuring the people that this is only a temporary setback, they are trying to ease their minds. This will show the holders that there is still a plan for the future, even if there have been some setbacks. Quite intriguingly, there has been a recent explosion of 3,000% in whale activity in Shiba Inu. According to Into the Block's data, the number of whale sightings involving Shiba Inu has increased dramatically, with the number of the previous day saw 383 significant deals, the most in the previous 7 days combined. The amount of Shiba Inu tokens transferred by whales at this period was 8.27 trillion. An enormous portion of the total supply, 8.27 trillion tokens, is necessary to put it in context. When the volume changes by so much in a single day, it's impossible to turn a blind eye. Markets often prepare for big shifts when whales act on this magnitude. Something major may be about to happen, and this is a major clue. The magnitude of these transactions also indicates that whales are preparing for the future. Indeed, this whole incident is another evidence that major things are occurring once again in the shadows. However, you may be asking, why is this happening? At this point, the events of the last several days are summarized below. The month of October is being dubbed Uptober due to the high expectations for significant increases this month. However, there was no meteoric rise in popularity as anticipated. A precipitous drop in pricing marked the beginning of the month. That changed the tone, and now people are making fun of it by calling it Rectober. Doubt naturally began to seep in as a result of this. Lots of people were expecting a major rise in October due to all the hoopla, but as prices plummeted, all of a sudden, the impetus died. When things don't work out the way expected, it's natural for individuals to start to doubt things. Your faith is shaken when, instead of a rise, you get a crash. Some even begin to wonder whether the substantial benefits will materialize at all. When the market suddenly changes direction like this, it's only natural to feel that way. Right then, Lucy sent out another tweet that made me pause and consider. Market rule number 1 was what she wrote. It will start pumping the second you make a sale or the second you least anticipate it. There is no 30-day festival called Uptober. Unexpected gains are happening this month. I was taken aback by this. In hindsight, the price drop we saw was brief, lasting just 1 day. Thus, it is possible that something significant is still on the way. When looking at the overall picture, a single price drop doesn't really matter. The situation may only be a temporary setback before the exciting part begins. The real benefits often come when you least expect them, and the markets may be unexpected, as Lucy's tweet reminded me. We could yet be in for some shocks from October. I still don't understand what's going on with Lucy's tweet, the market meltdown, and the massive whale migrations that are taking place under the radar. I discovered a stunning discovery. Simply said, ignore the background noise, as pointed out by one Twitter user. The playbook from last year is still in use. Before you start again, shake the week. We saw a similar occurrence last year. The market reversed course and began pumping following a series of precipitous price decreases that sparked widespread fear. This strategy is well recognized in the market. At the outset, there is a shakeout when less experienced players flee in terror. The larger players re-enter the market when prices fall low enough and the price surges once more. This strategy has a straightforward advantage. By doing so, whales are able to buy more at a cheaper price. They may reduce the price of tokens and buy more of them if they sow seeds of uncertainty and worry. They drive up the price when sellers back off and strong hands remain. The objective of this cycle is to take advantage of the typical trader's emotional responses. In fact, this is what may be occurring right now. If so, buying a bunch of tokens before the big surge begins is a smart move. And that's just scratching the surface. As additional information is included, the picture begins to take shape. I don't see anybody bringing up the fact that the price of Bitcoin hit rock bottom at the same time this month as it did 3 months ago, as an example of a similar tweet. Even though it was almost the 6th day, I'd still call it a close call. All of the pieces have been put together by this fresh knowledge. In doing so, it reveals a pattern at work, one that the typical investor would miss. These unexpected market shifts, such as the collapse in whale activity, might be a part of a larger cycle if crypto values typically bottom or peak around the same time every month. I can't call it random. The larger participants are following a predictable time frame in order to maximize their benefits. That sheds light on the reason for the unexpected drop in pricing at the beginning of the month. There seems to be a bigger plan behind this timing. It happens every time, and the knowledge will become rich while the rest of us are shook to our core. Such an unseen market rhythm demonstrates that much more is happening behind the scenes than the average person is led to believe. Paying attention to the most recent price changes is simply part of it. If you disregard these signs, you can miss the plan that is taking place. Now the important issue is, when exactly does October begin, if all of this is correct? I believe I have the solution, anyhow. Based on historical data, Bitcoin researcher Timothy Peterson predicts that the majority of the so-called October gains will not materialize until after the 19th of the month. With a median return of almost 13% and an average gain of over 14% throughout 2018, October has been a good month for Bitcoin's performance. Any October that finished on a positive note shown gains beginning at the beginning of the month. We may only need to be patient if past experiences are any indication, given that many are understandably dissatisfied with the sluggish start this year. Before you give up, give it another 2 weeks. By the way, I assume you already know that Shiba Inu are involved whenever I bring up Bitcoin. The Shiba Inu's behavior is very sensitive to changes in the momentum of Bitcoin and constantly reflects the price changes of Bitcoin. As a result, Shiba Inu will likely follow Bitcoin's rising trend later this month. Importantly, Shiba Inu's sensitivity to Bitcoin's success implies that the Shiba Inu market will likely see activity in due course. The recent uptick in sightings of Shiba Inu whales is now being explained in a lot more detail. After Lucy's most recent tweet, which really puts things in perspective, the market's confidence becomes even stronger. In her view, the market is acting as a mirror for the worldwide upheaval, mirroring the ebb and flow of global events. She says that following the longest bear market in history, it is reasonable to expect that the massive supercycle that everyone is hoping for may take a little longer to materialize. This is because factors such as the impending elections and possible resolutions in the Middle East could alter the worldwide economic scene. Shiba Inu and related tokens are more than simply meme money now, as Lucy points out. There is actual value in the ecology of which they are a part. The market may be unpredictable and turbulent, but we must remain strategic and think long-term to succeed. In light of what we've seen, the substantial improvements she mentions won't materialize immediately. It seems like a lot is coming together for something significant, from whale activity to historical patterns. Everything becomes evident when you consider Lucy's most recent discoveries, the actions of the whales, the typical cycles of Bitcoin, and the early reservations about October. However, how do you feel about that? Leave a comment. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on the matter. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.